Hi, shalom everyone. I'm continuing the series of the famous Rabbanim of yesteryear. And friends, we are in Tunisia at the moment because it is a yard site of really great Rabbi, Harav ציון Cohen Yonatan, Zecher Tzadik Livracha, one of the great rabbis from G'rba. And we've spoken already in the series of about maybe 40 rabbis already from Tunisia, respectively. We've covered already close to 330 rabbis already in this series in the last 2 years, and very much this is one of the great rabbis also from G'rba, Tunisia, a place where there was a great Torah Jewish community, especially in the 19th and 20th century, respectively. He was born in the year 1872 and passed away on the 9th of August in the year 1931. Naturally, that is Chaf Vav Av, that 26th of Av over here. He would go on to become a Av Bet Din in his locale area in G'rba, in Tunisia, which was a very, very prominent position at that time period where there were many, many great rabbis. So it's actually interesting. He came from great heritage also. He was the son of another famous person, Harav Sason Cohen Yonatan. And it's actually interesting. He was also a close family connection to Rav Sasi Matok Cohen Yonatan, also who was from a great rabbi from the Cohen Yonatan family, respectively. I think he himself was also nicknamed the Hamar Hasach, which is very interesting. He would pass away in the year 1905. It's actually interesting. He was born and he was raised up in G'rba in Tunisia. And G'rba had the great, arguably the greatest Torah community in Tunisia at that point in time. I think his father was very much diligent within regards to all the various different Torah study that was taking place, especially in Tunisia. Very, very, really entrenched him and devoted his time to studying and learning the Torah. Also, so it's actually interesting, he actually learned in a great detail the laws of shechita, slaughtering, kosher slaughtering, from another great rabbi, Rabbi Binyamin Haddad. I think he was an expert shochet in the territory of in the area in G'rba, respectively, and I think he was a main shochet in the Chara Tzagira. I believe that was the name of the area in that specific part square or great square in G'rba. At the age of 25 years old, he was appointed to become a dayan in G'rba, which is a very, very prominent position over there. To be a dayan at such a young age just shows the greatness of the rabbi himself. And I think that was very much under the help of his relative, I think his uncle, I believe, Harav Sasi Matok also. And at the age of 40, he was, I believe, appointed the Av Bet Din in G'rba. This is the head of the Jewish court over there, which was a position I believe he had until the time period when he passed away. He was, I believe, the head rabbi also of G'rba, or that stage in time also, which was a very, very prominent position to become a head rabbi in the area itself. He would go on to write great books, including the ציון and the ציון B'Mishpat Tiftah, also, if I'm not mistaken, also. And it's actually, I think the signature itself had the grammatical words, Tzadik Bet, Shin Chaf Sofit, also ציון Ben Susan Cohen. Rav ציון, he was one of the great rabbis over there, and let's relate some more within regards to him. He was described as a genius rabbi whose virtues are honest study, honest reasoning, cleverness, and humility. It's actually another great rabbi from Tunisia, Rabbi Chaim Huri, actually testified about him. I'll describe it, what he said actually in Hebrew respectively. Rav mufhak umufla be'ino ubabnoto hu morenu harav. Really, really a strong compliment he paid within regards to this thing. A distinct and wonderful rabbi in his insight and humility. He is our rabbi teacher, he actually says, to translate in English. He goes on to say that how great of a rabbi he was, how he studied the entire Gemara in various different detail on many, many different occasions. Also, what's interesting, we can add more information with regards to him. He actually set up various different Shurei Torah classes inside the vicinity. Also, I believe, I think it was publicized as Arba Amot Halacha, if I'm not mistaken, to the throngs at that point in time. And it was, I believe, in his house, in I think the yeshiva also of his uncle, Harav Sasi Matok, where many of the classes will actually take place. Also, it's reported over that he had 7 sons and 2 daughters also, and all the sons reported over became great Talmidei Chachamim, also great Torah scholars respectively. Also, I believe just to add on some more information within regards to his family, I think the youngest of the brothers, which he had, the elder of the brothers is Rabbi David Cohen Yonatan, I think a great rabbi we've spoken about before, who was actually known as the Baba Sidi also, and I think became the chief rabbi of Sarazis in Tunisia also, which is interesting enough. That was, I think, the oldest son, and the younger one of the brothers, if I'm not mistaken, was Rabbi Yosef Cohen Yonatan, who also became a great rabbi also, and he was also became a prominent rabbi in G'erba in Tunisia also, it must be pointed out. So he passed away, I think he suffered illness, so he passed away, as we stated before, in the English year 1931, so we're talking about 93 years ago, from the time of recording. If I'm not mistaken, his bones were moved by his grandchildren to have burial in, if I'm not mistaken, in the Moshav Bar Chaya, I think in Israel, respectively. I think maybe they moved it from Tunisia itself and moved it to Israel. I think this was in the English year 2010, 14 years ago. So let's explore some of the great books he wrote also. I think many of these books actually came out after he passed away, if I'm not mistaken. ציון במשפט שפתה, it was Sefer, it was a book on the Berit Chidushim, on the Parashat HaShavua, the weekly Torah portion, and on Pirkei Avot, on the ethics of the fathers. I think this was split into 3 portions, 3 chalakim. Then there was a Sha'arei Tzion also, which was Chidushim, on the Shas, on the Gemara itself respectively. Then there was a Shut, Shivat Tzion, Sheilot and Shuvot, questions and answers, Shivat Tzion, which was on the 4 chalakim of the Shulchan Aruch, the Code of Jewish Law, also respectively over there, and it was described very much in great detail. I think many of these works was even printed as late as the years 1995, even in the year 2000 also, if I'm not mistaken, also. So please don't forget to light candles in his memory. Chafvav represents very much his Hilula, his yahrzeit of its opportune time. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel at the moment. Click like, share on the videos also. And we covered already more than 330 great rabbis of yesteryear. Wishing you brachot from Israel. Take care.